I simply just pulled her to the side and said, go ahead and let my dick breathe. And she went ahead and figured it out.
Episode 4.
So, yeah, episode 4 of the LMDB podcast. Have Corey on from Scrapefest and Salt Scrapers, I guess.
What up, guys?
What up, Corey?
Car club stuff is cool or something. Stickers.
Or whatever.
Stickers on your car. I guess we talked about questions, but do you just want to fire off and like blaze through some of these Sarahah questions?
Yeah,
or do you
dude,
want to
I
like
think
get into some shit?
That top one right there is the best place to start. What's the plan with this podcast? Do you want to get like thousands of followers?
No. I mean...
No followers.
It's not that I don't want thousands of followers, but I have zero expectations.
Yeah.
And
We don't care. It's just fun.
yeah, for some reason, there's literally hundreds of you that like sitting and listening to this shit.
For a long time.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the YouTube analytics, and on an hour and 15-minute long video, the average listen time was an hour and 1 minute,
Yeah.
There you go.
which is ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, it's, I mean, no offense. I'm sure that you guys are listening while you're doing other stuff, or I hope you are. I hope you're doing something else.
Be productive.
Yeah, 'cause if
While
you're
you
just
listen
sitting
to
there
us
listening
be
to that,
not
like,
productive.
It's not good.
Yeah, I've had some feedback that it was too long, but it's whatever.
So then let me ask you this. Where did you first come up with the idea for the podcast?
I've had people tell me for a long time, and I don't know if it's because I'm opinionated or like I'm okay with words, but that I should be on radio or have a podcast. I mean, it actually started like before podcasting was a thing. I remember being told that I should be in radio. There was a guy actually trying to actively get me to go in on this Sunday show because like Sunday shows nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And just go in and like
Nobody cares.
do your thing. Well, they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was trying to get me to do that. I mean, that was back in the early 2000s, and I don't, you know, I think I have like a voice for closed caption. You know, I have the face for radio for sure, like with no question. But it's just been like a progressive thing. Like they wanted, you know, people would be like, oh, you should be on radio, and then it was, oh, you should be on podcasts, and I listened to a couple podcasts. I've been on a few like random ass podcasts over the years, and then I just kind of got sick of people telling me what to do, and so I just did it for some reason. And Stan and I have
You
gotten
dove in fucking hard.
yeah, like
As
way
with
too hard.
everything you do.
Don't half-ass it, man. If you're gonna commit. But no, it was like people for whatever reason like listening to Sten. Or they think that Sten and I are entertaining when we're together, which we are certainly entertaining to ourselves. But like,
True.
I don't think most of the conversations, I would say like at least 50% of the conversation that Sten and I have when it's just us, we could never put on a podcast.
No one would listen. It's,
Nobody would listen, or it would ruin people's lives.
that's
One
true.
of the two.
Yep.
And it could be our lives, and it very well could be somebody else's.
Feelings would probably get
It's
hurt.
not like, and I'm not talking like in a shit talking way. I'm just
No.
like talking about real life scenarios that happen. And so no, I mean, no expectations makes this job super easy. It allows us to come in and bullshit and do whatever and have guests and have terrible audio sometimes, and like there's no negative effect other than people bitch about it.
I think maybe 1,000 followers would be cool.
No, like it's cool. Like
We'll cut it off at that, and once we get to 1,000, we'll start really trying to hurt feelings and see if we can just keep it there.
Yeah, if you want to see me go on a troll fest, get 1,000 listens on a video, and I will troll somebody to the point that they cry, and I'm fine with it. And I'll get somebody to go to their house and make sure they're crying.
Yeah, dude. Someone on the Sarahah said that you're disappointed that your parents as well as them are disappointed that you don't troll as hard as you used to.
I feel like the only people I'm okay with not trolling people anymore. Like I still do it. It takes a little more to get me into it.
Yeah.
It's going to take like more than a person tagging me and trying to get me engaged in conversation, which is all it was before.
Yeah.
I just have too many things going on right now, so I can't jump into nearly as many conversations. But I got to the point where it's like, I don't want to say I was like battling stupid people.
For sure you were.
But it was, if you put me into a shit-talking competition, like, I will slap the shit out of everybody. And it gets boring. I mean, it's super entertaining for other people. It's been entertaining for people for years. Like, I'm sure everybody has seen the threads that pop up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then,
I think there's two kinds of people who troll on the internet. There's people who have absolutely nothing better to do, and there's people kind of like you who getting your name out there regardless makes you money.
Yeah, no, and we kind of covered this, I think, last episode, that, Google Analytics always works in my favor.
Yeah.
And Facebook is really the same way. It's like, you can talk all the shit on me you want, but I guarantee you that I'm getting customers every time you do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to discourage you. If you feel obligated to come out and throw shade, that's cool with me. Just understand that I'm going to be hanging out in the shade of a palm tree somewhere because somebody got me more customers because you wouldn't shut the fuck up at some point. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't troll nearly as hard as I used to, and I probably won't as much. Like, it's not a thing where in, like, 3 years I'm going to come back to trolling or something like that. I'm not going to come out of troll retirement.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, and man, it gets boring. I'm going to tell you, like,
Yeah.
I know that it's entertaining, but you have to understand when it's me, it's not nearly as fun because I'm seeing every single opportunity to troll, and you guys are only seeing, like, 1 out of every 4.
Well, it always ends up with someone calling you fat, dude, and that's
it's like
they're not wrong.
It
but
always
that's
goes
gotta,
to like
fucking...
it always goes to personal shit, and it's like what it comes down to is if you want to get personal, I can get way more personal than you calling me fat.
Yep.
And I've done it before. I mean, I've posted pictures of people's kids. I've posted pictures of people's hideous ass girlfriends. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ever call me fat and have a fat girlfriend.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell
People
you.
who take it to the next level are never ready for the next level.
Yeah, because if you're gonna step the game up, I'm gonna step it up, and I'm gonna stomp on your fucking face in the meanwhile. Like, I will literally just walk up your head.
Yep.
So, probably not so much trolling from me. Enjoy it while you see it. Don't tag me in shit.
Cherish it.
Yeah, like, appreciate the trolls that I still do.
And tag your
better.
friends before it gets deleted.
Yeah, the idea is to get as many views on that bitch as possible.
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
trying to make money off it.
Come on, come all.
I don't do it for fun anymore. I do it to make money.
Limited time only. Special offer.
What would you say the percentage is of people that just delete their post after they talk shit?
It's the, like, really harsh majority.
Yeah.
It really depends on how many people they have defending them.
Yep.
And, like, taking their side. But I have a way of, the way that I write responses, I can usually sway people into my corner because I'm not the dude that's just, like, talking shit. Like, I'm going to write, like, this really well-written, thought-out response. It's still going to be talking shit.
That's what I was talking about, the
such
quality
a way.
over quantity.
Yeah.
You don't respond to every comment because you're typing a fucking
Yeah, because if
Moab
you
bomb.
you see my responses are usually in multiple paragraphs with letters or numbers identifying different points.
Or it's a whole new comment, and then it has 20 likes.
Yeah, it'll be one comment just to end everything
everyone's
with 20
moved
likes.
on at
Yeah,
that
and then,
point,
like, it's
yeah.
just done. But yeah, people delete them a lot. I don't care if they do or not. You know what I mean? Like,
It's better.
I think that there's people.
For them.
I'm definitely the dude that, like,
everyone involved.
if you want attention, I'm going to give you that attention. But understand that the attention that I'm going to give you might not be what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to
Be careful.
You're going to pique my interest, and then my interest is going to take me in my own direction, and you're going to be upset about it. And then you're going to call me fat.
Why does it always go there?
Because there's not really much else you can say about me. Like, what else? I mean, really, like, not being that dude, but, like, nobody knows shit about my life other than the bullshit they read online.
And they see your profile picture.
And they see my profile picture where I clearly am fat.
Yeah.
But my beard looks amazing, so it's distracting.
Your beard's a pH fat.
Yeah. pH fat. That's so old school.
I know.
That's like before your time, Stan. How did that even happen?
What? That's middle of
You
my time,
fucking
dude.
Youngins nowadays.
Let my dick breathe, Sean.
Oh, speaking of letting my dick breathe, this is if assuming everything goes well, this will be the first video YouTube podcast.
We got the GoPro going.
Yeah, there's a GoPro just, like, running in the corner. It might be able to see my giant ass head. I don't really know, but
So long as it gets the beard, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you could get my beard in there.
Hopefully it's just focused right on Corey and it avoids both of our ugly mugs.
Yeah.
Shit.
Corey's the beautiful one here. So.
Right?
I just got the locks, not the face.
Flo Sidon over here.
But yeah, on YouTube, it'll be a video in case you're... I can't imagine there's very many people that watch the videos that I put up in a podcast because it was really just pictures, mostly of my dog. But now if you're bored, you could have something running in the background and see...
I really hope they're just listening only while they're doing productive other things. Because watching
That's my
us...
goal.
Dude,
I'd like to see people
listening
doing cool
to us
stuff.
for an hour is bad enough. Watching us for an hour, like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I like being watched. You can watch me. I'm just fucking with you. Kind of. I'm not. You can watch me. What other... is there any other questions that you felt like we should get cracking on?
We could touch on the audio. Got it pretty much dialed.
Yeah. So the audio...
Episode 3.
I super apologize. In episode 3, we
I
had...
think the mics were just too far away.
Yeah, like, we had our guest who I didn't remind to stay up on the mic. And, you know, these are, like, studio quality mics. And there's all sorts of things that I can adjust to try to, like, pick him up if he sits far away. But it also picks up every other sound in the background.
Everything.
That includes like other people talking, so it'll sound echoey and distant. And hopefully we got that fixed now. We're gonna be all up on these mics trying to make out with them basically because that's how it has to happen. And I went through and actually learned some of this equipment, which really every single knob was set to like dead in the center until today, and now they're all slightly adjusted. Mostly just for me, honestly. The 2 other mics, I didn't have anybody here to like test with.
It's a learning process for sure.
Yeah, and it's, I run a business and I'm trying to do this in the middle of it, so it's not ideal.
How is this not your only focus? Come on, man.
Yeah, this is not
Gotta
only
get thousands of followers.
Not only is it not my only focus, it is literally the least important of all my focuses. So, but I still spend time and money doing it, so I must care.
Sure.
So I only do it to see Stan. He got this new job, and he never comes around, and
That's true.
he didn't mute his phone.
Adult life.
Dude, his new job sucks so bad. It takes him literally 5-6 hours to reply to a message now, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And it turns out he just sits and watches training videos all day.
No, that's not real.
That's real. He doesn't do anything.
I have to do that after work because I can't do that during work even.
I feel like if it's training for work, he should be getting paid to do it.
Agreed.
You're not going to.
I'm trying to get you paid at my work, so.
That is true, because you got one of those super sketch powder coaters.
Dude.
$150 for a set of wheels.
No.
And I look up this powder coater, because I've heard of them before, and they're actually right down the street from my shop.
I think I know just who you're talking about. I got recommended them too, same price.
For $150?
Yeah.
No, it's not. You're probably thinking of Powder Keg, huh?
No?
Is it AAA finishing? Down on 3rd
I want to
West?
say it had Elite in the name.
Elite.
Something.
What was that little one we saw on 3rd West?
I don't remember.
Probably gone by now.
No, they're like an industrial coater.
Oh.
Industrial coaters do all right because they do like production stuff, man. Like,
until they try and do wheels.
yeah.
This was the super shady kind of thing where he was like, it was a buddy of mine who hit me up and he's like, hey, yo, my cousin
dude.
started
Yeah,
powder
his
coating.
cousin,
Dog, hit
of
me
course.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
cheap. It's only $150
Dude,
for all you want.
$150. I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody's charging you $150, they're not sandblasting your wheels.
No.
They're maybe cleaning them. And when I say maybe cleaning them, I mean wiping the face down with like a wet rag. And that's
rag.
it.
Yeah.
And they might spray more than the face, but probably not.
It's just one of those like cheap shop towels, like the ones to clean
Yeah,
up
those
oil.
red shop towels that leave the red lint on everything. But I mean, I guess that kind of leads into there was a question.
Totally does, yeah. I always hear Sean talk about a quote-unquote competitor's work. Was wondering what is the history or story behind that with powder coating?
And it's super simple. There are other powder coaters that are not me. So I call them competitors, honestly. Like some are, some aren't. I think most people listening to this podcast know of the one competitor that seems to try to throw shade my way anytime that they're given the chance.
But saying competitors is like how in soccer, like everyone gets a trophy for participating.
Yeah, a participation trophy for sure. Yeah. There's I I mean, they're competition. Like, people that price check me, and
Business-wise,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they go somewhere else. I mean, they might go to another coder, but I don't. I just do my own shit, and I really only kind of do wheels. I do other stuff too, but mostly just wheels. And then there's a lot of other powder coaters who do lots of industrial, commercial. I spray a 20-foot fence in matte black or whatever, and they do that every day. But then they also kind of try to jump into custom powder coating, and I don't really know why. I mean, honestly, production work and doing gates and railings and all that shit is super easy and makes a ton of money. So I don't know why anybody would jump in to custom powder coating where you got to stock crazy colors and it's more work. There's more chances of messing up. I mean, you mess up on somebody's 25-foot long gate or fence, nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain, like, my old neighbor, he was a fabricator and he used to make railings. And he took them to a couple different places locally, and he would always come back and be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I would have to explain to him why their powder sucks. And I mean, you could see that it sucked. It wasn't like a question, but he didn't know why it was happening. And I got to sit there and explain every single time that something went wrong.
Yeah, I remember when people kind of first realized that I was hanging out here and like low-key learning how to powder coat. They were interested in it when they asked me about it, and I would always say, powder coating is easy as fuck. So fucking easy.
Yeah.
But powder coating perfectly is so fucking frustrating and so hard.
And especially when you get into, I mean, you go beyond black. You go beyond
colors
anything
are
that's
even
not
more
just
so.
a solid tone color.
Yep.
Especially if it's two-stage, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so many factors and so many variables, and lots of people don't. Most people just see a video online and like, oh, that guy powder coated and it came out like this, and they think that that's it. And it's
In
like,
their oven.
yeah, and there's so many, these guys that are doing it at home in their oven.
Mm-hmm.
Their wheel probably looks really good on their camera phone from 5 feet away. But the thing is, I don't have that opportunity. Like, I have, my customers come and will pick up their wheel and look all around it and check out the whole thing. And the difference between a custom powder coater and these other guys that kind of do custom powder coating as well as doing production stuff is that I have to care about the stuff that I put out every time. And I know there's some of you guys that are on my YouTube. I just posted a couple of videos of a competitor's powder failing. I tried pulling a Plastidip.
The Plastidip was low-key more durable than the powder.
The Plastidip, I think, was significantly better, even though
Plastidip
covered
held on
in
to
That
paint.
says it all kind of right there. You
Dude,
plasti dipped
that's so
over
sad.
someone's powder.
Yeah,
coat.
I mean, this
Like-
powder, honestly, like the powder underneath it didn't look terrible. I didn't take off all the Plastidip, honestly. I just kind of gave up. But I was actually, I think, on the phone when I was doing it, and I just started messing with the edge of the Plastidip. And I lifted it, and I was like, man, it makes like a crinkle sound. And Plastidip's rubber, so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't make a sound, not like that. And I kept messing with it, and I was like, oh, it pulled the clear up. And I was like, oh, shit, it pulled the clear up everywhere. And I sat there, I made multiple videos of me pulling it off multiple different wheels.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point. And it's,
Healed.
it's one of those things like other coders don't care. Or they have so many employees that it's hard to get quality control out of it. Whereas when I'm doing it, it's literally me.
They ever have a
shortcuts.
response to that?
No, but they
No.
never do.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's better if they don't, because the last time that somebody tried to respond to something like that by throwing shade my way, they were like, oh yeah, that never happens though. That was like a one-time fluke thing, and I posted 20 more pictures of 20 other projects. It was like, no, this happens. This is a real thing. And I don't like to. I mean, there's lots of people who, I have friends that want to talk shit on other powder coaters and ask me for pictures and videos and stuff of other powder coaters' shitty work. And it more bums me out, because either way, that's a bad look
Negative
for powder
focus.
coating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are going to be like, oh, well, my friend had powder coating and it did this. And ultimately it should have never done that. Even if McKay did spray Plastidip over his shitty gold wheels.
How the fuck is Plastidip still a real thing?
Yeah, McKay.
Tools
idea.
only.
Yeah, stop buying it, McKay.
Tools only.
Sorry if you guys Plastidip. But honestly,
No, we're not.
honestly,
No.
if you Plastidip, just turn this off. I don't want you listening. I don't want you listening. at
Let's
all.
lose some followers before we get too many.
Bentley, stop hacking up a lung on audio, bro. He just wags his tail. He's like, all right,
Better than
cool.
the squeaky toy.
Yeah. So
Did you say squeaky toy?
I think that's pretty much all the questions, right? Minus this car
want me to
one,
go get my squeaky toy?
right?
What'd you say?
That's pretty much all the questions minus this car one.
True, yeah.
You didn't dive into that Utah one.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite Utah thing to do, Sean?
Shit. My favorite thing to do in Utah is know that I'm gonna be somewhere else. soon
Yeah,
enough.
get the fuck out of the Salt Lake Valley, I would say.
Yeah, I don't have like a favorite thing that's like Utah specific by any means. Like, I mean, I golf, and I can golf kind of wherever, you know. So that's like my favorite thing to do, I guess, in Utah. But
Well, you should be proud. We got the most golf courses per capita in the nation, dog.
that's not even close to true.
Look at it.
That's not even.
The internet told me it was true.
Bro, the internet lied to your Facebook. Like, that is, there's no, like, Myrtle Beach, South
Per
Carolina.
capita, though.
Yeah.
We're talking per
Like a
capita.
more crowded area. More
Yeah, because Myrtle
populated
Beach has it most per square mile. And all of their golf courses are amazing. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of courses here. There's a lot of shitty courses here, too, though.
True.
Per capita, so they'd be less crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be less crowded, especially on Sunday. You always get a tea time on Sunday here.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
If they're open.
No, they're always open because golf courses are smart.
Yeah. Sunday's the perfect day for it too.
What about you, Sten? Like, what's your favorite thing to do in Utah?
Like I said, anything outside of the Salt Lake Valley, I think Utah does have like the most amazing snow when it's in the mountains.
Do you care about snow at all?
Yeah.
The only time I've ever heard you mention snow is complaining about it.
In the valley, yeah. If you're up in the mountains and you're skiing, it's the best powder.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say, that was
southern
probably
Utah,
one of my favorite things.
Red Rocks and stuff, you don't find that.
No, I'm like the least interested in.
We know you hate Utah,
ugly
Sean.
nature.
We know you hate Utah.
If staring at rocks is cool, that's fine. I'm from a place that, like, I don't know, man. Like, the big thing I didn't like here was the snow and the heat. And it's like, you know, I'm from Seattle where
This wasn't a Seattle question, and this wasn't a what do you hate about Utah question.
I know, but
Well, see, that's the
My
great thing
favorite
about
thing to do
Utah,
in Utah
especially
is
like in the Salt
leaving
Lake Valley, is that if it is too hot, just go up in the mountains,
True.
dip out for a bit.
yeah, that's cool. But I don't like the fact that it snows. I don't like the fact that the snow negatively affects your life here,
In
and
the
it
valley,
does,
yeah.
and it absolutely does every year. And there's some years that are better, but it absolutely does. And I like places like I'm not the dude that doesn't like snow. I totally enjoy snow, but I like enjoying snow that I can drive to in 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to make my trip to work 45 minutes longer.
Yeah, have it
because
a
it's
little
snow.
bit less easily accessible.
Yeah,
and
like
thus
I don't want
less
to
in
walk
your face.
outside and have to deal with it. My dog doesn't even like it. My dog wouldn't even go outside and pee if there's snow. He hates it.
Except when he's playing in it.
Yeah, he gets wild in the snow sometimes.
All right, but hands down, the best thing to do in Utah, and you need alcohol for it, so you guys might not know, but
Yeah.
floating the rivers, like the Weber River, the Provo River,
Yeah, and
Very true. Those are fun as fuck.
those are definitely fun.
even without drinking, those are just a
Yeah.
good time.
But,
Yeah.
like,
Until the Rangers come out and try to fine you for $700 for sitting on some train tracks or some stupid shit. It gets ridiculous. I don't know if you've ever
Why
had
are you
any
sitting
I'm
on
gonna
train
guess that
tracks?
was Weber.
Weber.
Yep.
why are you sitting on train tracks?
I know right where that is, dude.
If you go right under, so there's like a couple different stops, right, on the river,
Okay.
where everyone smokers get out.
There is a ranger there every
There's always a
fucking
ranger, and
time.
we posed for a group picture. We had about 30 of us last time we went, and apparently they came out, and for people climbing up on the little not scaffolding, but the support
like,
beams,
the
for the
bridge,
railroad tracks,
overpass, yeah.
They tried to fine them, and it was like $700 ticket or whatever.
But you know that it's one person that has
True.
done something that
Well-
needed that to happen, and then it ruins it for everyone else. Yeah.
that and they
we don't
gotta
even
make their
stop
money
there
somehow
anymore.
for standing out there all day
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody like misaligns tickets with their actual intent, which is that's how people get paid who write tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's where that money comes from.
It's a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been a business. Well, since like the 1920s. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm not a huge Utah fan, so this question's kind of whatever to me. And you can float a river in any state, assuming that there's a river there. Although there's a bunch
Some of them are
states.
too fucking slow, though.
Yeah, you got to get up in the mountains.
Utah has the perfect, like, flow rate and incline. And you can
We got flow rate, dog. What you got on that?
True.
Yeah,
like, have you guys done like some sort of calculation to show flow rate in Utah rivers? There's science, but neither of you know what it is.
It's on the internet.
Like, yeah, there's science for sure. Well, the only other question is a car question. And since we do have somebody on to specifically talk about the fact that Scrapefest's season closer is coming up, which I think I kind of covered. I think we covered it accidentally in one of the episodes. Well, not accidentally. We were trying to figure out how it was being marketed because I kept trying to say that it was the Utah's first indoor car show, but I think it's Utah's first indoor stance car show.
Yeah.
It's Utah's first indoor stance car show, but really I would more so consider it the first car show because you got like Autorama and things like that that's really just there's a couple people's custom builds there, but for the most part, you're just getting like all the big builders that come in or not builders, but the car manufacturers that come in and say like, look, we got 20 cameras on this fucking car, so you can get every angle when you hit a fucking squirrel, or I don't know. But
yeah, it's like a demonstration.
They're just trying to sell you on their new piece of shit, whatever's coming out. But this is fully supported by everyone that is in the car community, and there's no manufacturers that are coming in or anything like that. We just got everyone's custom rides coming in.
What was the reason for wanting to bring it indoors as opposed to it's been outdoors for this is the fifth year?
Yeah, I mean, like that. So first of all, we just grew too big for that parking lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, this last year we had estimated about 5,000 people attend.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I mean, we didn't even know what to do at that point. We had the traffic backed out to the freeway ramp. We had the police coming up to me constantly because I was announcing for the show. They're like, you got to make an announcement. People can't be parking in the hospital. People can't be parking up the jail. It's all full right now.
Yeah.
And I just said, tow them. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, we can't do anything. We're not promoting this. But there was nowhere to park. And those places are a couple, like, 4 blocks away.
Yeah.
So is the plan now to have all the show cars inside and use the parking lot that the show was in as the parking lot? As an actual parking lot?
Really, we're still kind of having that same issue of there's not a parking lot in Utah that can really support where we're at with it.
Right.
But I mean, it'll help take some of that load off. But there's really, I mean, there's not too many spots for us to have indoors. That's mostly just the elite of the elite. I mean, it wasn't to really relieve that crowd, more so that it was to bring an indoor car show to Utah because everyone else has one.
Yeah.
Utah doesn't have one. Our culture, I mean, the car culture is getting there. It's growing.
Yeah,
it's not quite what
sure.
California is or any of those, but
right.
We're still getting there. A lot of people are getting into it, and a lot of people are starting to do more than just a intake and blow-off valve. And,
I'm going to read this question to you, Corey, and have you answer it. What's your opinion on car builds of today compared to previous years? Wheels and bags have now become the new norm, and full quality builds are a rare sight.
Sten sounds like a narrator.
Granted, there are different stages, but you see a ton of people being completely content with this OEM plus BS when it's just bags and coils and wheels.
I mean, I don't know. I'm in support for anyone that's going to go all out and go do their own custom ride. A lot of people get really excited over just doing wheels and bags or wheels and coils or just a blow-off valve, and that's great for them. Like, that's awesome. You got to start from somewhere. I sure as shit did. I started with Plasti-Dip. I'm not going to lie. Would I ever do it again? No.
You should have applied just now. I'm muting your mic.
But, I mean, yeah, everyone starts with somewhere, and yeah, sometimes you just kind of smirk or you give them a thumbs up, and you really could give 2 shits. But
yeah,
I'd say
take pride in your build and shut the fuck up about anyone else's.
True, there is way too much shit talk out there.
Don't like it, don't vote for it.
That's the reason that I wanted to not be the person answering this question.
Yeah.
I think just in general, like, the car scene is just so dramatic.
Oh my
for
God.
the stupidest reasons, you know? So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Some
just
of you
calm
kids-
down, people.
Some of you kids need attention in the worst way possible, and you're going about it the worst way possible. Like, sometimes you can just see a car you don't like and not say shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfectly fine. And you know what? Nobody around you is going to be like, oh, I can't believe he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And it's real. I mean, it's real easy to just get in and dog on someone's whip and then, go off on whatever for them overhyping something that's
Bro, I
not
think-
real. But I'd say that at the end of the day, you just got to realize that everyone's at different levels on where they're at.
Yeah.
We were all at the start at some point, and
That's actually the one thing that I've noticed online, and this has actually been the hardest thing to not, like, when I'm trying to, like, cut back on my trolling. Like, this is the thing that has been the hardest, is that I'll see people talking shit on somebody's car. No matter what it is. I don't care what it is, because I don't care about other people's cars. But in this scenario, the people who talk the most shit are always the people with the shittiest cars.
Oh my god.
Like, it's never anybody with some,
Dude.
like, show-winning car or some fast car. Like, legitimately fast. I'm not talking like you beat your friend's car on the freeway once. I mean, like, a built whatever type of car you want to build, like road race, drag race, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always some fucking cuck in some, like, shitty, V6 Accord with an intake and STR wheels. Mm-hmm. Or, he's got, like, some old-ass Civic that doesn't even have anything done. Like, it's a
Dude,
Civic,
they
bro. You can
never
make them
have
super
real
fast.
wheels. Never.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, if you're going to talk shit about anybody for anything, I better not be able to look at your profile and see garbage. Like, flat out. Like, if you're going to talk shit on somebody's real wheels, I better not be able to click your profile and see your Cosmos wheels.
And not know what they are.
Yeah,
and
it's-
what's great, probably the most hated car in Utah. He's got a Facebook now. I'll give him a shout out real quick. Ryan Nielsen now has Facebook. So
You're going to get him so many new followers. He's going to be so excited. He sent me a friend request today, and I was like, there's not even a profile picture, Ryan. Like, I don't think
Yeah, I know.
he's finally, for once, going to be able to see all the shit talk that
I saw it. I was
everybody
like,
has.
how many Facebooks has this kid?
Yeah, Ryan deletes his Facebook, like, every year, I think.
He loves
Yeah,
it all.
at least.
I mean, that's half of what he builds the car for, is just for the hate. So I mean,
Yeah, and there's a lot of people, and anybody who doesn't know, Ryan's car is I guess it's now blue. It's, I think, Laguna Seca blue.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wide-body Subaru. I've actually done the wheels on that car a couple times now because he keeps changing the shit on it.
with them tilty wheels.
Them tilty wheels. It's the one with the real tilty wheels. You'll usually see it posted on a Euro page, usually by a guy who's a little bit older, probably single, just bitter as fuck. They're almost always bitter. Or like the Cars and Coffee page, that Sweet Country page. There's always some dude on there, and you always click his profile, and he drives like
Yellow Hummer or something.
yeah, or like a 99 Mustang. It's a V6, and you're just like, what? Okay, I guess talk shit. Like whatever.
God.
That's
It's
all you
always
need
the
to
same
do.
thing. It's always that, hey, your tires don't even touch the ground. Like, it doesn't matter if that
Yeah,
thing's
because clearly he's
costing
driving a
piece of
fucking
shit.
hovercraft.
Oh,
His
that's
tires don't touch the
unsafe.
ground.
Fuck you for building a car the way you wanted.
Yeah.
True.
Why didn't you call me about your build? That's the thing I'll never understand. Like,
I forgot to check with you. Fuck.
damn it! I meant to ask you if this whole build that I had
Shit.
spent my money on
Couldn't
was gonna
remember
be
your
okay.
name. Sorry, bro.
I was gonna hit you up, but I didn't have Facebook. No, it's
Forgot to care.
That's one of those things. Like, you guys really got to stop giving a fuck about other people's cars. And
True.
and if you could do that, I can stop giving a
Absolutely.
fuck about your shitty opinions, and everything gets better from there.
Yep.
I can then focus my energy on things that are fucking relevant, and you can focus your energy on things that are relevant. Or you could focus them on that shitty car I just saw in your profile. Either one. Like, it doesn't really matter. So Scrapefest, this is the season closer then, right? Coming
Yep,
up.
it's coming up on the
And
26th, Saturday the 26th.
the season opener was good. It was hot as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It's always too
Right.
hot, which is, I'm stoked. I guess as a vendor, I'm being, I want to say forced indoors, but I'm not even mad about it. I like my work out in the sun, but apparently I'm going to be indoors.
Hey, last year we were worried about the rain, so I'll deal
Yeah.
with the heat instead of worrying about
Very true.
pouring rain. But
Yep.
Yeah, I want, I know, I think I bitched about it at one other point in one of the episodes. It's just like when you're a vendor and you have to go set up an hour before everything starts and then sit there in the sun on blacktop, and then you're there like an hour after everything's done. It sucks. It sucks a lot. And I mean,
much.
Sten's gone with me. Like, Sten knows.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's terrible. And I've done this for years and years and years. And when it's 100 degrees or close to 100 degrees and the blacktop's like 115,
Adds
it's
to it.
terrible. My
Yeah.
dog doesn't even want to be there. My dog's like, fuck this.
Let's
I
go.
guess I
home.
should probably talk a little bit about what Scrapefest even is to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's an all stance car show for the most part. We have all sorts of builds of every type. if I could give one hint to anybody, show up early, because it's going to be a shit show trying to park. But it's really just we have a limbo where we see who's got the lowest car, so to speak. We do that for a 2-door and 4-door. And then we have a great big raffle at the end where we give out all sorts of prizes from our competitors, from our sponsors.
Competing sponsors.
Competing sponsors.
When your sponsors compete, you win.
I have no competing sponsors. They don't come anymore.
But
They
I
get
mean, yeah, a
trophies,
lot
get
of people
trophies.
think it's just some kind of fuckboy show with all Stans cars, but really it's
Yeah, the show
everyone's
is, I
build.
believe,
It's
open to everything. I know
Oh, yeah.
that, like, the cars that make, what is the Elite 50, right? That's
Uh-huh.
so the cars that make the Elite 50 are definitely all, like, stance cars. You know, like, they're cars that were intentionally built, like, to
yeah,
look
most
good
people
at
are
a
on
certain height.
on bags.
Yeah,
got
but
got them tilty wheels.
But that, you know, you guys with the them super sick Mustangs or some get her done trucks. Actually, there was get her done trucks last year. I saw.
We had Alan Rose go through the freaking limbo.
Yeah.
Wait, he went through it or he drove his truck through
He
it?
drove his truck through it.
He probably would have been, better off walking underneath it. So the show is what? It's the 26th.
It's coming up 2 weeks.
Oh man, I have so much to do.
You got to get me your sponsor donation for the raffle.
Oh yeah, I got to do that too, and that's not even fun. That's actually the easiest part.
Yeah.
All I have to do is print like some bullshit gift certificate or something.
Yeah, but you somehow never get it done in time.
Yeah, I don't do
Day of.
It's
Day
usually
of
day
every
of.
time.
I usually pull something through at the very end.
Yep.
I just don't want it's.
Or have me do it.
Yeah, well,
Usually.
and when I say pull something through, what I really mean is that I have 6 friends here, all like frantically helping me do shit.
Yep.
And Sten usually takes the brunt of it because Sten's the boss. So
So true.
he, we'll get it handled. Don't
No,
worry.
last time was sick though.
Yeah, I mean, like it ends up. I mean, it's kind of whatever. I still got to make. I think Joe wants me to make 3 trophies this year. Because there's like an elite. How is there an Elite 50 trophy? Maybe you should explain what the Elite 50 is, because I don't even understand it necessarily.
You know, I haven't been given the best details on all of that, but we have our indoor parking that I believe it's Elite 50 or Elite 100 for the indoor.
Oh yeah, maybe it's 100.
I think it is 100.
Right. I
Yeah,
kept saying
when we
50,
have
but no,
the
100 sounds
indoor,
correct.
and then we'll have our VIP parking for everyone outdoors, and it's all free to attend. Like, if you don't have to worry, there's no charge to get in. If it's not something that you want to enter your car into, you can come out and just enjoy the show. If you do want to do like VIP parking, I think there still are spots open for that. It's $20 a car. But other than that, like the Elite and everything, that's all filled up. We're getting to be a full show.
It's time.
Yeah, and it's always
Coming up.
it's always
and-
full. I mean, like there's
Oh,
always
yeah.
a shit ton of cars.
And we didn't even, like this last time, we expected maybe about 2,000 to 3,000 people. When we had over 5,000 people, we couldn't even keep track of everyone anymore at
Yeah,
that
true.
point. It's just unbelievable at how this has blown up in just 4 years' time.
Well, and
Went
it's-
from in the parking lot of Sandy Station with
Dude,
I remember
100
that very first show.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
That was super high. I showed up super late just to give Joe something. I don't even remember what it was.
See, I got a little
we
tipsy
were
over there, and that
trophies.
was the issue. I think why we moved it was because you can't really have a car show in a bar there because
Yeah.
you'll run into some problems.
Yeah.
That sounds real.
It's a small parking lot.
But it was a way too small parking lot. There were a couple issues, but
Well, yeah, I think it was too
Everybody
small of a
starts
parking lot.
somewhere.
It was too small of a parking lot even for the show that year. So
Yeah.
the growth would have put it well outside. I mean, it already has. It's put it outside of nearly every parking lot in the area. So that was the one thing I guess I felt weird about the ISS changed. They didn't change the location. The location was the same, but they, I guess, changed the way it was laid out, maybe?
Yeah.
It was either they changed the way it was laid out or there was way less people. And I can't imagine that there's less people.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I think I've only gone to ISS 1 year. I didn't go this last year, but I saw videos and stuff from it. And I had a few customers that were there just said that it seemed like there was less people. And the one thing I'll say about Scrapefest is that, like, every time you go, it always it's packed.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a ton of people
definitely
there.
grown.
I mean, we have that whole parking lot out there at the Legacy Event Center just full of people.
Yeah.
I mean, cars, but then just people in every row. It can get hard to move around sometimes even. But yeah, we also have this upcoming, or not this upcoming Saturday. Let's see, on the 19th, we have the pre-meet, which we always do before the show, a week before the show. The pre-meet to the closer.
There's literally, I just got invited to a pre-meet to the pre-meet.
Makes me
and
pre in my pants.
I'm not against. I'm obviously here like supporting the show. Like I'm
Yeah.
not even against it.
No, I've
the
same
pre-meet things
thing.
are weird. The pre-meet to the pre-meet was just too much for me.
Yeah.
That was the one that just pushed it over the top. I was like, all right, man.
Wait,
I thought the
Two?
same thing, but everybody seems to be really about
No,
it. They
yeah.
all want
Everyone's
it,
dying
so-
for something to
yeah,
do.
They
Yeah,
always
if
want
there's
something
people that
to do
want
on
to
the
do
weekend.
it.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
that's
Especially now that
why it's still there.
the summer nights thing, getting the kibosh put on that sucks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's
And
waiting for the next.
Nobody has anything car
Thing
related.
to
I mean,
do.
there's still the Utah Weekend Car Meet, which I'm told, I haven't been to the last couple, but I'm told like it keeps growing, and I'm guessing that part of that is because there's no more summer nights.
And we'll be bringing the summer nights back too. That's just a kind of temporary thing. We can't do it at that Draper parking lot anymore because the police have come and they just think there's too much hood
Did the
rat
police
stuff going on.
Is it the burnouts and like what is it? Did they
What
say
was the
like,
garbage?
I was
it's
told
not-
it was the litter and
Yeah.
the burnouts.
It's not. We really haven't had too much problem with litter, and we haven't had much problem with the burnouts. It's the problem with everyone when they're leaving for the most part. They all want to do burnouts, and there are still is always the people that are going to
Yeah,
do
no,
burnouts.
there's always- there's
gonna
stupid
be
people
revving
everywhere.
up.
That's
There's
not-
people that are going to be yelling it.
not
I mean,
event
I've had
specific.
people come up to me at that show and be like, "Hey, man, where's the burnout competition?" I'm like, are you serious? Just shut up with that shit. Like, this
Back
is
at
why
your
we
house.
lose
Yeah.
venues.
Go
Like,
go to your garage and close the door and burn out until you suffocate and fucking die.
But I mean, everything's still kind of heated with the whole Paul Walker thing. The
Yeah.
police have really
what a
not been a
disaster.
fan of car shows ever since then. And there's a reason why Slam Saturday has disappeared for so long and pretty much altogether. But I mean,
I kept hearing that Slam Saturday was going to come back, and
and
I
they
don't.
did for one show, and it was great. And that's why we started the whole Summer Nights thing, is
Right.
because we're like, come on, let's do it. Let's keep it.
I don't know the Slam Saturdays guy like that well directly. Like I've met him, he's friend of a friend kind of a thing. But I remember when it got canceled and I brought it up to him and he was like almost mad about the fact that I was bringing it up. You know what I mean? Like he was like upset about it, and I was like, well, if you're not going to do it, just don't do it. It's
gotta be
Get
frustrating.
rid of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's frustrating, but at the same time, like Bentley
Yes.
is trying to be on mic. He's brought his favorite squeaky toy. It's a snake. It doesn't have a name or anything.
It
unfortunately.
might be time to wrap up.
It can't be like this is so early on already.
Oh, really?
Bentley, now's not the time for the squeak toy though, bro. I'm sorry.
Come on,
He's all looking for it. He's like, what the hell, man?
Why are you putting it over there?
No, I just like Slam Saturday was really cool, and I think that there was a lot of people when it went away that were upset, but I don't know what they were upset about, and I don't think they know what they were upset about. Like they were just bitching to bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, look, if you want to go park your car in a parking lot on Saturday, you can do that without a title. You can go with 30 of your friends right now and park your car in a parking lot this Thursday.
You can come up with a name, make an event.
You can make an event. Make an event.
invite
If you think
everyone
it's
you
as
know, and
simple
let them
as
invite everyone they know.
yeah, if you think it's as simple as just like getting some people to show up to an event, then make a fucking event and get all your friends there. And maybe your buddy in his V6 Mustang can do a monster burnout for everybody. And they'll be all super impressed or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be with your shitty cars.
Super sick.
The thing is, like, car scene people seem to want things to happen, but they'd want somebody else to do all the work. And I don't think that that's a thing that's ever going to make sense to me. Go through, if you think it's easy to put on a car show, or if you think it's easy to put on any car event, then go talk to any one of the people who have actually put on successful events, and they'll all tell you it sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of them. They're not doing it because they're making tons of money doing it, or money at all. I'm guessing that none of you guys are getting paid for putting on car shows, and any of the money that you bring in probably goes right back into the next show. But there's people out there. I remember somebody was talking about how much money, I think it was ISS, would make. I'm like, yeah, but those guys aren't out living
You know
like
how
lavish
expensive
lives.
that parking lot is to rent?
Well, and
That is
that's what I'm
hands
saying.
down
Like,
the most expensive
people
parking
don't
lot in
understand that
Minnesota
all
rent.
of those things cost money, and
Oh, yeah.
it's not just renting the parking lot. I know they had to have security there because if you have X amount of people, you have to
Oh,
hire
yeah.
security, which is all done through the event planners. But it's still like all of those things cost more and more money, and it's like to bring equipment in for a DJ, to bring like to have all the shirts made. Like, yeah, you guys are all paying for shirts or whatever, but those shirts don't have to get paid for initially. Like, that's a shit ton of money to throw out, and people don't understand that at all. That's why I have tons of respect for people to put on shows. I used to be involved in it way back in the day, and I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. It's like an
it
investment
sucks.
that you're not going to get back.
Yeah, and it's like I already have my hands full with lots of other dumb shit going on in my life, and it's like you throw that in I live a fairly stress-free life
Throw
most
that
of the
at
time.
anyone.
Yeah, it's not just me. I mean, I've done it before. Throw it at somebody who's brand new to the experience, and they'll learn to hate cars really fast. And I think that's probably, I'm not going to say that's the reason that I'm kind of over the car scene. I still love wheels. I love aspects of the car scene, but I'm nowhere near into it what I used to be.
Yeah.
Like it's not for me anymore. Like I don't even want to change my own oil. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do my own shit ever.
Yeah.
And I used to be all about that shit. And so, I don't know. I'm super looking forward to the season closer. I will not be at the pre-meet, so don't come look for me. I won't be at the pre-meet to the pre-meet.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go to the pre-meet, I'm gonna go to the pre-meet of the pre-meet, but not the pre-meet.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
every other.
I'm gonna see if I can detour a bunch of cars away from it just to be a cut. No, I'm just
Some cones.
yeah, just detour like an actual construction detour.
Hard left.
Well, just to give the information to the people that will be going to the pre-meet.
You
Start.
You should. No, I'm
That'll start at
encouraging
6
other people to
p.m.
go. I'm just not. That's more reason for people to go. If I'm not there, more people will show up.
That's true. It'll be better without you.
So that's not this Saturday, but the Saturday after this upcoming one. That'll be from 6 to 9. And then the main show we'll have on the 26th of August, the following week, Saturday. That should run, I believe it's from 3 to 7.
Where is the pre-meet?
The pre-meet is at 8080's headquarters.
It's in
Or not 8080's, I'm sorry, it's at Rally Sport
Rally
Direct.
Sports,
Yeah,
okay.
Rally Sport Direct.
That's a good spot.
So
Yeah,
that
Rally Sport.
is-
Rally
pull it
Sport
up,
has
it's at 4870
done, like, a show
West,
there. I think
2100 South.
They still do Cars and Coffee at Rally Sport
Yeah.
every Saturday, right? And
yeah, it's like the adult car show. I like that one.
yeah, it seems like it's pretty respectable. Like I've never gone. I've seen plenty of pictures though and a couple of videos.
Yeah, the
of the stuff
fuckheads
that
don't
goes
wake
on
up
there.
that
Some
early.
good hangs.
Yeah, it's like all the kids stayed up too late to come in. That starts early too, like 8
Hella
or something,
early.
doesn't
Yep.
it?
Something like that.
So the pre-meet will be at Rally Sport. They got a big parking lot. They had actually a pretty cool event this year. What's their event called, the Rally Sport meet? I never remember. It used to be called like the Eat and Greet or something like that, but
I think it's called that.
Yeah, it's
Do
the
they still
meet-
make
meet,
food?
meet and greet.
I don't think they make food anymore, so it's
For their
messy.
weekly
food
one, though,
trucks?
it's just cars and coffee now.
No, I was talking
The big one, they had a bunch of
one.
food trucks.
Oh, they did? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was high.
Yeah.
I didn't eat there at all.
Yeah.
I don't even remember being there. Oh,
No
yeah, no, I
munchies?
do remember.
Why though? You were high.
Yeah, I'm not, despite being fat, like, I'm not like the dude that gets munchies when I'm high, which is, like, I think probably good. I can't even imagine how fat I'd be if I had to eat every time I was high. Mm-hmm. Now I want carne asada. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we're creeping up on, like, 48 minutes, which is, I guess, plenty long, if people were complaining that it's too long.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I want to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I ate edible, like, a little bit before it started. And I think Eric right now is like,
Fuck, I missed the MO.
edibles trying to hang out with me.
Right.
So I'm going to go work anyway. It's not like I had plans tonight and I canceled them, and now I'm going to go work. I'm actually at the
You're
shop
a
right now. I'm just
dumbass.
going to stay working. It's not,
Yeah, you dumbass.
it's whatever. Shut up, Sten. Mouths to feed, bills to pay. And by mouths, I mean me and my dog. He eats a lot. Is there anything else you want to cover, Sten? Oh, hopefully the audio is way better.
I'm good, yeah. Feedback on that would be
On
helpful.
our end.
Yeah, there's
Sarahah got a little bit better than last time, I would say.
Sarahah got better, but you weirdo kids that keep writing dumb shit, not only am I just going to delete it, but I'm going to try to figure out who you are. I'm going to make fun of you in shitty ways. Because the shit that you're posting on there is dumb. If you need attention, just ask me. If you need attention, email me at unknowncodians@gmail.com, and I'll give you attention. I'll be your fucking Christian Grey, you fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
I swear to God, some of your questions are so dumb.
Father figure.
Yeah. I
Nice.
just want to spank you.
No.
Not you.
No.
Kind of you.
No. Shut the fuck up.
Your girlfriend would get so mad.
Probably not.
She'd laugh.
Yep.
She'd record it.
Probably join in.
Oh, and spanking you. Yeah. Okay, I was like, wait, what? This has got weird, Stan. Thanks.
More the merrier.
Oh, yeah. You know what? A podcast, another local podcast shouted out our podcast.
Oh, we should reciprocate.
And I feel like the gentlemanly thing to do would be
Say fuck you.
to tell them to fuck off.
Corey.
and that your podcast sucks a bag of dicks. No, I'm just kidding. It's the Snail Trail podcast, which I think they only do once a week.
That's such a good name.
And it is. If you don't know what a snail trail is, you should Google it and make sure it's Google Images.
And maybe
and
click
if
on
there's
the link that says Urban Dictionary.
yeah, and if there's a no, there's not going to be one in Urban Dictionary
What?
for images, bro.
No.
And I'm
yeah.
telling you right now, if you can see an actual snail in the image, it's not that one. But yeah, they do a show. I think once a week. It's on. I know it's on SoundCloud. I think it's also on like Stitcher, iTunes, or one of those. But you can look it up. I'll put a link up with this as well. They're two. It's usually just two guys. Sometimes they have other people on. Just I guess like we now have other people on randomly. But they really just sit and talk about shit too. I was a little bummed out they didn't know what strikeouts were in baseball. Honestly, in the last
I'm
episode.
a podcast noob, but the one that I listen to is entertaining.
Yeah, no, I mean, and they're always like pretty funny. I think they have like 30-something episodes now.
Damn.
So obviously we have some catching up to do.
I don't see us making it that far.
10 out of 10 making it this far. I have episodes through 8 planned out with guests already.
I'm sick.
So this is episode 4. So I have this weekend, Josh Martin from JDM Legends is going to be on.
I delivered pizza to him the other day.
That's super random. Do you deliver pizza?
Sometimes.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel
I didn't
like
know
it.
if you just like thought like, hey, you might want a pizza. I'm gonna bring you a pizza.
No,
Okay.
it's totally random.
Yeah, no, Josh is awesome. Like everybody who knows Josh loves him. He's super nice and he loves old Japanese cars for some reason.
Dude, I just looked up Snail Trail on Urban Dictionary.
Apparently, it's worth looking up. Do you want to
Do
read
yourself
it?
a favor, yeah.
Do you want to read it, Stan?
Yeah. Seminal fluid or vaginal fluid left on undergarments, clothing, or surfaces resulting in the appearance of secretions left by snails during locomotion.
Yeah. So, like, if you ever bang on a chick with no legs and you push her out of your door, that's what you should expect to go across the, whatever.
The female counterpart to teabagging.
I don't know. Is that real?
What?
That's not the same thing. I wonder. I mean, I guess it is kind of by default. That seems way more excessive. I think getting teabagged would suck. I guess it depends on the girl. I might not want snail
Beef
trail.
dip. French dip.
That would also depend on the girl. Entirely.
True.
How do we even? Oh yeah, because it's their podcast name. Like, why did we even talk about that? That's so random. All right. Well, I guess we're creeping up on near an hour. And oh wait, I was talking about the guests. So like next podcast is Josh from JDM Legends. There's another one I think we're gonna put out on Tuesday. We're gonna record it on Tuesday of next week. I think it depends on when Stan is not playing lacrosse. If you can fucking believe that. Yeah, I said it out loud. He's playing lacrosse. Apparently he's from the Northeast or something.
Yep.
He's not. But there's a girl named Nakomi. She actually is part of I guess it's a podcast. It's like a video. It's like a vlog. I think it's a vlog if it's like only on YouTube, and she's
pro. She's a pro.
Yeah, she is.
Sick.
Her and 2 other girls. Now I feel like a dick. I should remember the name, but it's like I think it's called like Dirty. It's called like Dirty Girl something.
Well, you got to get your shit together, and we can shout them out on the next episode.
Yeah. Well, for sure. And they talk about, I don't know, it's like all sex related stuff. And it's 3 girls talking about it, so I'm sure there's a bunch of guys right
This
now.
is
that
a
We
YouTube
can't
thing,
compete
not
with
a
that, dude.
Pornhub
We
thing?
cannot compete with
Googling.
that.
No, and like it's pretty legit. I've watched a couple episodes.
We don't stand a chance.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not as cute as these girls. So
Yeah, not even fucking close.
don't
Dude.
judge me out loud, bro. You don't know my struggles.
I see it.
Also go-karts this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I know that the Utah Weekend Car Meet, I think they're doing it in conjunction with Fast Kart. Fast Kart on Sunday from 6 to 8. The Salt Lake City location of Fast Kart.
Not Ogden.
Not Ogden. I mean, you can drive up there. I'm sure they're open. You could also race go-karts there if you want. But the event is actually at the Salt Lake City location from 6 to 8. Discounted racing. I think your first race... I should get this right. I think the first race is $5 off, and then every race after that is half price. So, and I have no idea what the prices are, but either way, you're saving money, and you get to ride it's go-karts. Like, fuck right off. They're not expensive, and you can hit your friends. I'm not encouraging that, and they'll probably tell you not to.
No, they'll tell you not to, for sure.
But
It's not allowed.
I'm going to tell you right now, you can pit your friends and just pretend like, hey, I was trying to make the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
what I do every time. And then they get stuck in the tires, and, like, the only bummer is they got to slow down traffic. But you get to see them go over and push your friend out of the tire
I've tested
barricade.
it before to see how many times it takes to cause some serious accidents before you get kicked off. It's about 10.
Bro, I got stuck in, I think the one in
I think we're
is
going
called,
about
like,
promoting this the wrong way.
yeah,
Don't fucking crash.
Don't crash.
Don't break
Don't
their
be a
carts.
dick. Yeah, be nice. But he was actually talking about they're going to be making the track, I want to say he said it was like a quarter mile or something like that. It's the biggest track in Utah if they run full track outside of Miller. Apparently Miller in like their full capacity is like the biggest go-kart.
Yeah, Miller has multiple too.
But this is the biggest indoor one in Utah. So that means you could not only get some speed, but you could pull some mad tight drifts or whatever you kids are doing nowadays. So you can come out there. I'm probably going to give something away for people that have like the fastest time, or if you can impress me with like a super sick go-kart drift, or you have a fucking tattoo of my face on you and show up, I'll 10 out of 10 give you some free shit.
I'll laugh at you. Don't do that.
Bro, Chance is like making his appointment. There's going to be 2.
I've been hearing Chance talk about it a lot.
Chance
I'll
messaged
believe it
me.
when I
Chance
see it.
messaged me specifically about it, being like, "Hey, I'm ready to get that tattoo." So
But that's like the 5th one of the
he's
same message.
He's yeah, but I think he's like in a position to do it now, and it doesn't really matter. My face going on somebody's body as a tattoo just makes my life better, and plus it probably like helps kids in other countries somehow or something. So you
fucking
should
weird,
all
dude.
do it. It's weird, but you want to do it.
Weird. No.
Do you want to talk about bad tattoos right now, Stin?
I have
2.
2 amazing tattoos.
How many tattoos do you have, Stin?
2.
How shitty are both of them?
They're both amazing.
I don't know if they're both amazing. We're on video. You could actually toss them out right now, but it's probably not a good idea. Let's
I don't
keep
think
that.
the GoPro will pick it up.
The one of them is definitely going to have to go PG.
Because this show's so PG.
The show's PG AF, as the kids might say. I try not to swear. It doesn't work, but I try. I think that's what's important.
Are you going to talk about the new intro and outro?
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, yeah.
Going
So
for over an hour, just accept it.
it's not. We're still under an hour. I could power through this.
Do it.
So this one has the new intro. I made 2 different intros. I'm going to play... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the intro on this episode is the intro that I think I like the most. And then there's an outro on this episode, which is similar to the intro. You tell me which one you like best. We're actually having an intro custom made by the guys from Rap Is a Joke, which
No fucking way.
I think you should Google the fuck out of Rap Is a Joke and go watch their videos, because those guys are fucking hilarious. They're actually going to be in their studio, not with us, this weekend making the actual intro. But I want to do something to have like an intro and outro, kind of like kick off the show each time. So
Pretty legit.
Give us your feedback. If you think the current intro is super stupid sounding. I had a couple friends I sent messages to asking their opinion, and it got called hokey at one point, and then corny right after that. But then everybody else really liked it. So I'm just going to let you guys say whatever.
Feedback.
So yeah, I guess hopefully this wasn't too terrible. Hopefully I'll see you guys at Go-Karts and Scrapefest. If you, oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you come up and mention this show to me at Scrapefest, I have some shit that I will give you.
Fucking genius.
You'll have to come to the Unknown Coatings booth. It's the one with all the pretty wheels. Some of them stolen. They might still have evidence tags on them.
And you can't just say, "Hey, I like your podcast."
Yeah, you got to mention the fact that you heard this podcast and you want some free shit.
Something in it.
You don't have to swear at me. Like, swearing at me would be weird, honestly, but come in and mention it, and I will definitely give you some free shit.
And if you guys have any questions or anything you need to ask us, feel free to message us on Facebook. We're pretty good at hitting everyone up that shoots us a message, and try to answer whatever you need to know.
Yeah, come hang out at Scrapefest, and you can not be in the sun, ideally. My booth will be inside. You can come pet my dog, my fucking awesome dog.
He'll probably be barking and freaking out.
He will probably be high this time.
Super
All right.
late.
Well, I guess have a good night. We're at an hour now, so I'm going to end this shenanigans right
Thank
now.
God.
It's about damn time.
So,
Toodles.